Hey everybody, the following is an excerpt from the monthly Rahdo Roundup, and if you'd like to see the rest of the roundup, you can hit that eye up in the top right corner of the screen, or if you'd like to know more about the game, you can follow the link down in the show notes. And with that out of the way, let's talk about
River of Gold. And this is another game that made a lot of people's top 10 lists for 2024. And here I am in 2025, I'm a little late to the party, and it just missed my top 10 of the year. It is so good. It's from a new publisher. The production quality is amazing. The River of Gold, which is what it was called historically, this real world history from new developer, publisher, Office Dog. Oh my gosh, it's so fantastic. Now, I should say, I have not done a run through for it. I grabbed the video from Rewind Masters. Rewind Masters had, I think, the best looking video. A lot of people have covered it, but everybody else did a really bad job showing off how good the game looks. Rewind Masters did a better job showing off the game board and just how impressive it is. But this is a fantastic, simple. Interestingly, I would almost classify this as a gateway game. I guess it's a gateway plus game, but it's a lightweight game that has really just so much depth. At its heart, it's a very simple idea. On your turn, you're going to roll your active dice, and this is a multi-use die. Now, if I roll a 3 or a 6 or whatever, that means I can do one of several things. It means I could move that many steps down the river. And wherever I land, I get to activate 4 zones, right? That's really important. Every time I land, I get to activate 4 things. And I'm hoping I activate my stuff. But if I end up moving to a space where your buildings that you've built are, I can activate your buildings and get really good stuff, and you get bonuses for me using your building. I love that kind of positive interaction between players. So that's one use. I roll a 4. Hey, it means I can move 4 steps. And I've got 2 boats, so I could pick one of my 2 boats. So I've really got 8 different, a combination of 8 different spots I could land on, which means moving that boat is super powerful, super satisfying every time I do it. But instead, I could use that 4 I rolled to build a new building in the 4 zone on the board. And I want to build in that 4 zone because it's still cheap to build there, or because I plan on moving my boat over there, or because I've got an objective to build in that zone. So instead of using my boats to move on the River of Gold, I can use that 4 to say, oh, instead of moving 4 steps, I'm going to build in Sector 4 or Sector 2 or whatever. And so I can build those buildings that are going to be used by me or other players. And there's a wide variety of different buildings and different powers they do. Or the third thing they can do is everybody has a handful of customers. We're merchants. We're trying to move on the river, pick up the goods that we want to sell to our clientele that are represented by cards in our hand. And so I might have all the stuff I need to score this client card in my hand, but I can't give the stuff to that client because the client has a big number 4. So I need to roll a 4. So that 4 could let me move 4 steps, build in zone 4, or service client number 4 in my hand. I love multi-use cards. I think I love multi-use dice even more than multi-use cards. And so that is the simple crux of this game that makes it so good, because you need that 4 desperately. And round after round, I keep rolling 2s and 1s and like, oh, what am I going to do? Now, there are ways you can modify the die and get that 4 you need, but that's less efficient. You want to wait and get everything in position so that when you get that 4, you can move. But oh no, I finally get that 4. And so I can service this customer. But if I move 4, I'll land in a space where I get double resources on everything. I've been waiting for this 4, but now is the perfect time to use the 4 elsewhere. Simple mechanisms come together in a really cool and positively interactive, because you are constantly, it's a competitive game, but you're constantly helping out your opponents by getting huge paydays out of their buildings and giving them huge paydays as well. I love everything about this game. The production quality is amazing. And like I said, I see why it made so many top 10s of the year. It just misses mine, but it was a phenomenal game. And it, as far as I'm concerned, cements publisher Office Dog. And I do not remember the designer. It was a relatively new designer. What's the name of the designer? Somebody please say in the show notes. It's driving me nuts. I should have given credit where credit is due. But I'm at over 2 hours now and I'm exhausted. So all I'm saying is, folks, River of Gold lives up to the hype in the best possible way. It's the second best game of the month.
And thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference, believe me. But with that out of the way, if you'd like to see some more, over on the left, you can find a playlist of a whole bunch more Rahdo Rapid reviews. Up in the top right, there's the latest thing that's been added to the channel. And in the bottom right, you've got something YouTube recommends. Okay, folks, thanks for watching.